Contemplations from the Car, and this contemplation is around the word accountability, what it has meant for me, and what it may mean for other people. I have seen where I have had an attachment to the word accountability because when I was young, anytime I heard anybody use the terminology, you need to be held accountable, it was usually because somebody had made a mistake, screwed up, fucked up, whatever, and they needed to, and somebody was saying, you need to answer for this. So I'm wondering if that's true for a lot of people, that anytime, and you even hear this with adults, that somebody's made a mistake and somebody's saying that person over there needs to be held accountable for their actions. Fast forward a little bit to what it's being used for, what it's also being used for. That somebody may hold the label or use the label accountability partner, and this is for people to help themselves stay on track. Now, accountability doesn't always have to mean that person over there screwed up and needs to pay for their actions. Accountability can be, here's person number one, being the accountability partner, or one of them. Person number two is coming to person number one saying, I need your help to help me help myself stay on track. And in this case, being held accountable is not because of making a mistake. It's because I just need a little assistance with staying honest with myself and where I'm wanting to show up for myself, where I'm wanting to work for myself. And then person number two also gets to offer the same thing to person number one. I need a little assistance helping me for you to help me help myself stay on course to show up for where I need to be, for what I am working for. And it's so easy for us when we are feeling down and out to justify going back to old habits and leaving the good ones that we're trying to build behind. There are occasions where, yes, we are going to maybe swing into old habits and not stop the good habits. We're just kind of juggling between the two. It is a great accomplishment, one small step at a time, when we're able to say yes more to the new habits we're trying to build that we know are helping us. And for old habits, you can say no thank you. The other way to approach it is, I thank you for what you gave to me at that time. I felt I needed you, and I'm needing something new now, so this is where I need to go. There are different ways that people can approach it. For some people, it's just outright saying no. For me personally, what I have learned over the years is expressing gratitude for where I was, and make a sacrifice. And looking at the etymology of the word sacrifice, is giving up something to make something sacred, giving up something for a greater purpose, being willing to give something up that is recognized as not being helpful anymore, that is not helping growth. Maybe it helped create a sense of safety. That's what a lot of habits are. It's creating a safe space. And there are occasions where we do need to leave that safe space, that comfort zone, and move in a way as we are capable and ready. So accountability doesn't necessarily have to be something scary. And I wonder if it's true that a lot of people shy away from accountability because they are not able to see the other side. It does not have to mean you're in trouble, you screwed up, you're going to get criticized, you're going to get put down, you're going to have all of your little faults pointed out to you, especially when it's like, okay, I know I fuck up, I don't need your help to be reminded. It doesn't have to be that way. Accountability can also mean I just need a little assistance. to show up for myself, to show up for the things that I am working for and I am working very hard for. And I know that whenever I'm down and out, I can talk myself out of things. So for anybody who is having trouble with the whole idea of accountability, that's just it. This is just a suggestion. What if, when you hear the word accountability, while it may mean somebody over there screwed up, or we screwed up, and we have to answer for our actions, can it also include the definition of I want to show up honestly for myself and times, especially when it's hard, especially when I know that I can talk myself out of things, when I can deviate from my own course, and someone else being an accountability partner is not them holding you accountable. It is you coming to them to hold yourself accountable, not for your mistakes so much as just the self-honesty. And while many people are able to do a lot of this stuff entirely on their own, and everybody has that capability, it can also be a very positive and loving thing to foster community and communication between people, to ask for someone to be an accountability partner, or if you understand your psychology and you know that you can't use that word because you have too much of an attachment of accountability, either meaning that you're going to get punished or that somebody's holding me accountable so they're going to take away my ability to do whatever I want whenever I want. It's not that. However, we can have that kind of attachment and not even know that we have it. Maybe just call it check-in. That's what I've done with someone. I was like, hey, check in. This is what I've done recently. And today it was, this is what I'm facing. And this is the good thing that I'm doing for myself. What good thing have you done for yourself today or recently? Add that little definition for accountability. It doesn't necessarily have to mean somebody screwed up and they have to answer for their mistakes. It can be, I want to show up honestly for myself, and I know that sometimes I need a little help. And if it's not even that, just we build community when we are able to build up honesty with ourselves, with each other, and show up in a place where we are not going to be judged harshly in any way. And that's the other thing. People have immediate reaction with the word judge or judgment, that somehow it means being on trouble, being on trial, and that is not what the actual terminology is. Judge is, it is a form of, it's in a way like discernment. It is looking at something and coming to a rational conclusion. So I could judge something as something being very positive and very good. Judgment doesn't have to be a scary word either, but that's not the word of the day. It's accountability. I just threw that in because that's where my brain goes. That's how it works. Accountability doesn't have to be scary when we keep in mind that it doesn't have to mean answering for faults. Accountability can be, I just want to be honest with where I am and remember and I need help remembering the good things, and I need help remembering what I'm striving for. I just wanted to hope this helps somebody who may have any kind of attachment to the word accountability. What can you put, if you can, what other positive spin on that word could you put on it to change what attachment anybody who gets to the end of this may have, or someone who maybe cannot stand the idea of, I don't want an accountability partner. It's like, okay, why? What does that word bring up for you? What does that word make you think about? What fears does that word instill in you because of the past? There's what it really means, there's what it can mean, and what it can mean for you personally when you change your mind about it. I hope this helps somebody. Have a good day.